Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, bringing you another cryptocurrency video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about EOS, and I'm going to be giving you my EOS price prediction, or rather, I should say my EOS price predictions, plural, for the year of 2018. Now, EOS, if you aren't familiar with EOS, I did a video yesterday explaining the technology behind EOS and what EOS is aiming to do. They aim to build a decentralized platform for developers to be able to build decentralized applications, such as Steemit, although Steemit has its own blockchain. But what they're aiming to do is build a platform the developers can use to build these decentralized platforms where the end user would not even know they were using a blockchain. So it's a very innovative piece of technology. It's something similar to what Ethereum's trying to do, except it does basically everything that Ethereum does, but it does it better. And it's going to be much faster. It's going to be much more scalable. It's more of a Republican system than Democratic system, not in the political party term, but in the actual governance term for how people are able to interact with the network as far as witnesses and whatnot. But anyway, that's the backstory for EOS. That's just a quick rundown. If you want to know a little bit more about EOS, there's a lot of resources in my video yesterday. But today I'm going to be doing my price prediction for what I think EOS will be worth a year down the road, or 330 days from now when 2018 is over. So let's get right into that. The EOS chart here, I have the hour EOS chart here. I'm going to do just a little bit of short-term technical analysis because this is more of a long-term video. But EOS right now is it's in a bit of a downtrend. This is the hour chart, so this is the last about 10 days. About 10 days ago, we had a nice run up here to $18, and recently we had a nice run up here to about $15, and we're pulling back right now. We're holding around $12.50. I foresee this probably going down to about $10, but we're going to use $12.50 as the calculations for the rest of this video, and I'll show you how you can, do those calculations on your own. But let's go out to the hour chart, or the day chart rather, because there's something in the EOS chart that I find really interesting. Let's zoom this so that you can see it better. Oh, this chart is actually looking quite a lot like the Litecoin chart, in my opinion. Litecoin, if you don't remember what Litecoin did, a lot of my subscribers are here from a Litecoin video I did a while back, so they'll be familiar with this chart. Go away. What Litecoin did in early 2017 is it had a nice run up. Let me zoom in here so you can see this. It had a nice run up here from $3 all the way up to $8 in one day. So it had a really big day, and this was the day that Litecoin was added to Coinbase. So it had a really, really good amount of price actions from there. And it went on a nice, just like 45-degree bull run, just going up and up and up and up and up for the rest of the year. It ran from $4 to $100 in the span of about 6 months. That's about 25 times growth. EOS is kind of doing a similar thing. We can kind of see that one keystone day, which would be the 14th of November right here. On this day, EOS went up about 50%. It didn't more than double like Litecoin did, but this was a very big day for EOS. Now, EOS is a lot younger than Litecoin, but it's been doing something similar to Litecoin in that it's been having a very strong run. If you see this chart right here, it looks very familiar. If you're familiar with the Litecoin chart, it looks a bit similar to this part of the Litecoin history as it does right here. It looks like we're starting to build a long-term bull run for EOS, and we actually have two levels of support here at the 50-day moving average in the same way that we had two levels of support here on the 50-day moving average in Litecoin. So that's just something I wanted to point out because Litecoin has been doing very well. They're actually very similar in market cap. EOS is only a $7.8 billion coin. It's funny saying only $7.8 billion in the same sentence. Litecoin is worth $10 billion. But yeah, I think EOS has a lot of room to grow in the year of 2018. EOS, as far as the Bitcoin comparative, it's at pretty much a double top right now with the Bitcoin comparative. But something else I want to point out is that during this whole time that the cryptocurrency market has been crashing, EOS did really well. Now, the Bitcoin market was crashing starting around the end of December, like halfway through December, right, actually. Like right around here. This is where the Bitcoin market kind of crashed, and it still went up. It is a hedge against Bitcoin, it seems. So EOS, that is a very good sign for EOS. But anyway, let's get into the actual math. This is a little bit of a chart I've laid out for EOS, which kind of explains my reasoning for where I think EOS is going to go in the year of 2015, good lord. The year of 2018. Oh, the time flies, huh? But yeah, so the way I like to do price predictions, and if you've seen my other price prediction videos, you'll probably know this. I like to not predict the value of the currency itself. I like to predict the value of the total market capitalization of cryptocurrency, and then multiply that by the percentage market share that I think that coin will have by the end of the term period, and the term period would be the end of 2018. So what do I predict the market capitalization for all of cryptocurrency will be by the end of 2018? Well, I expect the cryptocurrency market capitalization to be between $5 trillion and $10 trillion. It's right around $500 billion right now, so that's only about a 10 to 20 times growth. We saw much more than that in the span of 2017. So that is not outside the realm of possibility. And I've laid out here 5 different scenarios for what EOS could be worth, and all of them are pretty decent profit, as you can see, but I'll get into that in just a second. So the way that I'm measuring this is not in real numbers, because if this was 500 billion, it'd be 5 followed by a ton of zeros. So we're measuring in units of billion. That's what this B stands for. So, for example, to calculate the current market share for EOS, I'm going to take 7.8 billion, which is the current market capitalization of EOS right here, 7.8 billion. And we're going to divide that by the total market capitalization. 567 is 557 right now. This is a bit old, but for the math is still roughly the same. So that leaves us with EOS having that percentage market cap, multiply that by 100, and you get EOS has currently a 1.37% market share for all of cryptocurrency. That means that 1.37% of the money, of the valuation in cryptocurrency, is in EOS. And this is just a little this is a little bit of math right here. CS stands for circulating supply. If you multiply circulating supply by the dollar value of a coin, then you get market capitalization. That's how market capitalization is calculated, and that'll be important in a second. And for example, you can move this around, and you can get the dollar value of something by dividing the market capitalization that you predict by the circulating supply. And once the EOS ICO is complete, there will be 900 million coins in circulation, which is where 0.9 comes from. That's 0.9 billion. You can put a B there to make that a little more clear. Times 0.9 billion coins. So, for example, to show this math works, $193 billion market capitalization divided by 0.0164 billion, which is the circulating supply of Bitcoin. If you do this math, then you come out to Bitcoin being worth $11,500 roughly, which is right around what it's worth right now. So that's just to show this math works, so that we can go on to the 2 scenarios I have here. And you can do any of this math on your own if you want to. You can change any of these values. I'll probably end up making an Excel spreadsheet to actually, well, probably a Google Sheets spreadsheet to actually allow you to plug these numbers in on your own. But for right now, we're going to lay it out like this. Scenario 1 is EOS contains the current market share that it has. Currently, like I said, it has a market share of 1.37%. If it maintains that to the end of 2018, which I don't think it will, because EOS, I think, is going to grow quite a lot. I expect it to be 5% to 10% market share by the end of 2018. I keep doing that. The year is too old, too young. But if we multiply $5 trillion, which is this number right here, times the current percent share, we get a market capitalization by the end of 2018 at $685.5 billion. If we divide that by the circulating supply using this equation up here, which will be 0.9 billion for 900 million coins, then we get, at the end of 2018, we get that with those parameters, EOS would be worth $76.1 by the end of 2018. And if we divide that by the current price, then we get, that would be a 6.08 times profit. Now, I personally expect that we're going to see it capture a lot more of the market share, so that's what these numbers are down here for, but this is just in case EOS completely maintains current market share. If we hit a $10 trillion market capitalization with all the same numbers, we get a $137 billion market capitalization, which would put EOS at $152.20 per coin. It's currently worth around $15, currently around $12.5. So if we divide that number by the current price, then we get a 12 times profit roughly. Now, as you can see, the same math is all down here. I'll go through them real quick and then we'll end the video. But scenario 2 is that EOS grows to 5% market share. So if we divide 2.5 trillion, or if we multiply $2.5 trillion total market capitalization by the EOS market share of 5%, then we end up with a $125 billion market share. There's supposed to be B's right there. Hang on one sec. Let me make that a little bit more clear for you guys. So if we would end up with a $125 billion market share, we divide that by 900 million coins, and we end up at $138.8. Divide that by per coin by the end of 2018, and then we divide that by the current price, and that's 11 times profit if you were to buy at the current price. The same thing for 5 trillion, the same thing for 10 trillion. If we hit 5% market share with a $5 trillion market cap, we would see $27 $277 per coin, and 22 times profit. A $10 trillion market cap at 5%, we would see $555.6 per coin and a 44.4 times profit. So that's the math. As you can see, you can plug in these numbers any way you want. You would just have to change this number right here and this number right here. I'm measuring this in billions because I don't want the number to look like this. I can't count that many zeros at once, but that looks somewhere around 2.5 trillion. That was actually probably 250 billion. The numbers are very large, as you can see, so that's why we're using this. But anyway, guys, which one of these do I think is most likely? Honestly, I think that I'm pretty much leaning towards this one right here being the most likely of these 5 scenarios. I believe that EOS will be worth over $200 by the end of 2018. I really do, because it has a really good project, and I don't see cryptocurrency dying anytime soon. So as it gains more percentage points of the market share, and as the total market capitalization goes up, the coin is going to go up exponentially, and we're going to see a lot of money being made in EOS, which is why I'm going to be buying some EOS probably just as soon as I finish this video. I'm waiting for EOS to pull back to like $12 or so, and then I'm probably going to buy some. As you can see, we're at a bit of a peak here, so I'm waiting till we pull back to about 1,000th of a Bitcoin. So yeah, that's that. Well, there's one more thing that I have to do in this video. I promised you guys a $25 Litecoin giveaway at the end of this video right here. Let's scroll up here. That's a lot of comments. I promised a $25 Litecoin giveaway when I hit 250 subscribers. We're now at 350 subscribers, and I'm finally doing the Litecoin giveaway, and I've chosen the winner. The winner is, if I can find him, Kurt Yoder. Kurt Yoder says, "Thanks for the videos, Jebb. Keep up the hard work, bro. How about your thoughts on some other lending platforms that have been introduced to crypto lately?" I'm presuming he's talking about lending platforms such as Litecoin. I actually have a video on this, but I'm going to be doing another video on my opinions on HYIPs, high yield investment platforms or programs, whichever one you want to call it. But let's get his Litecoin address and send him that $25 worth of Litecoin, if I can actually get it. There we go. So yeah, my thoughts on them. Let me send him this Litecoin, and then we'll go ahead and answer that. How about that? So I can actually think. So here's your $25 Litecoin. That is his address. Let's make sure LVB, NVO, yep, $25 USD, 41-cent network fee. That's actually getting kind of high for Litecoin. All right, let's send it to him. Yep, there is your Litecoin, man. Have fun. All right, now for your question. How about my thoughts on other lending platforms that have been introduced to cryptocurrency lately? I'm going to talk about Litecoin mainly because that's one of the biggest ones that's been introduced lately. I'm not going to be investing in it. I'm not going to be investing in any of them. And the reason I'm not going to be investing in any of them is because there's a lot more money to be made trading altcoins. And I've really had my eyes open to that after the whole BitConnect fiasco. BitConnect, they weren't a Ponzi scheme, but it is very easy for that kind of platform to be a Ponzi scheme. I maintain that BitConnect was not a Ponzi scheme. It wasn't. It didn't need to be. And platforms with their kind of business model don't need to be, but they can be pretty easily. And there's just not really a point to me to make less money in those platforms while also not having control of your own money. Isn't the point of cryptocurrency to have control of your own money? This cryptocurrency, this little fraction of my portfolio right here, I have complete and total control of this, and no one can get it from me. And that's what we love about cryptocurrency. I don't want to give my money to someone else that they can hold it anymore. So I'm still going to be doing mining on Hashflare and Genesis mining, but I'm not going to be continuing to do high-yield investment platforms that use lending as their way of making money. Thanks for the question. Thank you to everyone who commented. I wish I could give $25 worth of Litecoin to every one of you. I wish I could give 1,000 to every one of you, but I do not have that much Litecoin personally. So we're gonna have to kind of ration it out. Thank you everyone who has watched the video to the end. If you're interested in future Litecoin giveaways, feel free to leave your link. I might just randomly decide to give someone $5 or $10 worth of Litecoin here in the future. Just keep giving your link. I don't know. It might happen. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions about EOS, if you have any concerns about EOS, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. My video yesterday was explaining the technology behind EOS, so if you want to go watch that, you are more than welcome to. I would love to have your view and your subscription. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'm not sure if I said that already. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.